Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Double Reward. During the Prophet's time, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there were many tyrants and oppressive people who fought against his message. To these people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent a powerful message, a strong threat. He sent to them and He revealed to the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam Surah Al-Fajr, which is today's surah. The surah starts out with oaths, Allah swearing by the daybreak, by the odd and by the even. Now remember what we said about these oaths in the Quran. What they mean is that what's coming up next is very important. And what Allah says in what Allah teaches us in this surah is that the strong and the mighty, the powerful, the big, those who believe that they cannot be overcome, if they defy God's will, God will bring them down. He tells us in the surah, did you not see what we did with the city of Iram? And how about the people of Thamud, who literally hewed the mountains to build their homes? And what about Pharaoh, the mighty and the powerful? All of these were humbled by God. Let's listen to the surah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والفجر وليال عشر والشفع والوتر والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد وفرعون ذي الأوتاد. I seek refuge in Allah from Satan the accursed. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. By the dawn, by the 10 nights, and by the even and the odd, and by the night when it departs. There is indeed in them sufficient proofs for men of understanding. Did you not see how your Lord dealt with the people of Ad, who were very tall like lofty pillars, the like of which were not created in the land, and the people of Thamud, who cut out rocks in the valley, and with Pharaoh, who had pegs? You see how Allah gives us the examples of these people? He describes their physical attributes, and He shows us how mighty they were. But coming up in the surah, Allah describes the grave end that they came to. Let's practice the surah together, inshaAllah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
والفجر
والفجر
وليال عشر
وليال عشر
والشفع والوتر
والشفع والوتر
والليل إذا يسر
والليل إذا يسر
هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر
هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد
إرم ذات العماد
إرم ذات العماد
التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد
التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد
وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد
وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد
وفرعون ذي الأوتاد
وفرعون ذي الأوتاد.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
والفجر
والفجر
وليال عشر
وليال عشر
والشفع والوتر
والشفع والوتر
والليل إذا يسر
والليل إذا يسر
هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر
هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد
إرم ذات العماد
إرم ذات العماد
التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد
التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد
وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد
وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد
وفرعون ذي الأوتاد
وفرعون ذي الأوتاد
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
والفجر
والفجر
وليال عشر
وليال عشر
والشفع والوتر
والشفع والوتر
والليل إذا يسر
والليل إذا يسر
هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر
هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد
إرم ذات العماد
إرم ذات العماد
التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد
التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد
وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد
وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد
وفرعون ذي الأوتاد
وفرعون ذي الأوتاد
ما شاء الله الحمد لله رب العالمين. Okay, let's practice that here inshallah. أخي أحمد, can you read that for us?
Sure. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والفجر وليال عشر والشفع والوتر والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر
One more time.
هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر
قسم لذي حجر. Okay,
there's a dhamma there?
yeah, there's تنوين الضم. Okay.
هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد يخلق مثلها في البلاد وثمود الذين وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد وفرعون ذي الأوتاد.
Okay, but I noticed that you weren't applying the hukm of qalqala. Okay? So let's back up and let's do a few verses like that.
Okay.
If you could start from التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد
التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد وفرعون ذي الأوتاد.
Okay, that's good, mashallah. This is, by the way, a good surah to practice the qalqala on, because so many of the verses have that ending. Taha,
Yes.
can you read that for us?
Yes. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والفجر وليال عشر والشفع والوتر والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد.
Okay, hold up here, Taha. You're reading fine, but if you could do that qalqala for us. Okay, like I told Ahmed. ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد وفرعون ذي الأوتاد.
Okay, very good, mashallah. Ahmed, did you hear that in the end? The qalqala at the end of the last verses.
Yeah.
MashaAllah. Very good, Taha. May Allah bless you. Akhi Fairuz?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والفجر وليال عشر والشفع والوتر والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد وفرعون ذي الأوتاد.
That's enough. Osama, can you read that for us?
I didn't memorize the whole thing.
Okay. Okay, repeat after me. It's okay. والفجر
والفجر
وليال عشر
وليال العشر
وليال عشر.
وليال عشر.
Okay, let me ask you a question. The word ashr, what letter does that start out with?
Ain.
Ain, very good. Now, where is the ain articulated? In the front of your mouth or in the back?
In the back.
In the back. So it's one of the huruf al-halq,
No.
right? Now the noon, where is that articulated?
In the front.
In the front. So because the noon in walayalin, and then immediately after it, there is the ayn. Do you remember what's going to happen in this case or no?
No.
You're going to fully articulate the noon.
Oh.
Okay? So you're going to say walayalin ashr. Okay? والشفع والوتر
والشفع والوتر
والليل إذا يسر
والليل إذا يسر
هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر
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 ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد
إرم ذات العماد
إرم ذات العماد
التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد
التي
لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد. That's kind of a tongue twister for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Inshallah, you have to practice that, inshallah. Okay? That's enough for now. We're going to wrap that up now, at this point. And inshallah, when we come back, we're going to talk about ahkam al-tajweed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Why righteous companions? It is Islam that given us the sense of dignity. I love all of them in a way that you cannot imagine. That Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu would say something and the Quran would come down matching what he said. والسابقون الأولون من المهاجرين والأنصار والذين اتبعوهم بإحسان رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه. Just compare what you did for Islam with just one of them.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. The Quran is a very, very special book, and there are lots of rules and a whole discipline around how to read it and how to understand it. When the Quran was first revealed, the companions radiallahu anhum used to memorize it completely. They had heard it from the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. But as time passed and the knowledge began to get a little less, what the Muslims did and what the scholars did was they started to put symbols. And these symbols help us to read the Quran like the companions and like the Prophet ﷺ read it. So the Quran is not like another book or another novel. you can start and stop where you want. Because sometimes that might affect the meaning. It might actually corrupt the meaning. Or if you continue in a particular place, it might totally change the intent of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in that verse. Sometimes the Prophet ﷺ paused at a certain place and to accentuate a certain meaning. And we want to be able to do the same thing too. So what there is there are symbols on the letters which tell you that you should stop here, or no, it's better for you not to stop here, or you cannot stop here. If you do, it will corrupt the meaning, etc. Today we're going to be looking at basically two symbols. And the first one, which is the one we're going to start with, is sili. This means that al-waslu awla, or in English, that it's better or preferable to continue and not to pause at this particular juncture. But if you run out of breath, or if sometimes you want to stop there, it is permissible. Let's look at an example. You see the verse here. Let's listen to it first. إن هذه تذكرة فمن شاء اتخذ إلى ربه سبيلا. Now if you notice the word tadhkira, look at the ta at the very end. On top of it, you'll see that mark sili. What that means is that I should not pause there, and I should not stop. What it means is I should not do the following. Listen carefully. إن هذه تذكرة فمن شاء اتخذ إلى ربه سبيلا. But remember that this mark is just a recommendation. It shows that it's preferable. So sometimes I can continue if I want to. It's not a very strong command or order or rule to follow. Let's look at more ayahs with the mark sili on them. The next one is ذلك بأنهم قالوا للذين كرهوا ما نزل الله سنطيعكم في بعض الأمر والله يعلم إسرارهم. Look at the word al-amr. Look at the ra. You see that mark, the sili there? Very good. Now notice that the proper way to read it is not like this. ذلك بأنهم قالوا للذين كرهوا ما نزل الله سنطيعكم في بعض الأمر والله يعلم إسرارهم. You see that pause? That's what that mark means you shouldn't do. But as I said before, if there's a preponderating reason you want to stop to accentuate some meaning, on some occasions it is permissible. Let's look at another example. وَأَنَّا لَمَّا سَمِعْنَا الْهُدَى آمَنَّا بِهِ فَمَنْ يُؤْمِنْ بِرَبِّهِ فَلَا يَخَافُ بَخْسًا وَلَا رَهَقًا. Now notice the word bihi in the very middle. And then notice that mark on top of it, that sili. That means that I shouldn't stop there. What I shouldn't do is وَأَنَّا لَمَّا سَمِعْنَا الْهُدَى آمَنَّا بِهِ فَمَنْ يُؤْمِنْ بِرَبِّهِ فَلَا يَخَافُ بَخْسًا وَلَا رَهَقًا. Okay, let's practice this here in the studio. Akhi Fairuz, can you read that for us?
وأنا لما سمعنا الهدى آمنا به فمن يؤمن بربه فلا يخاف بخسا ولا رهقا.
Okay, very good. Now, what would be the less proper way to read it?
وأنا لما سمعنا الهدى آمنا به فمن يؤمن بربه فلا يخاف بخسا ولا رهقا.
Okay, very good, mashallah. Akhi Taha, can you read that for us?
Yes. وأنا لما سمعنا الهدى آمنا به فمن يؤمن بربه فلا يخاف بخسا ولا رهقا.
Good. I noticed you were kind of running out of breath. That's very good, mashallah. I noticed you didn't stop at bihi. Can you read it for us and stop?
Yes. وأنا لما سمعنا الهدى آمنا به فمن يؤمن بربه فلا يخاف بخسا ولا رهقا.
Good. Fantastic. MashaAllah. Okay, let's move on to another set of examples. But now we're going to be looking at situations in which it is desirable to stop and punctuate the meaning with a little pause. And the symbol for that is qili, which you can see clearly on your screen. Now, of course, in the mushaf, when you're looking at the page, it's much smaller, but I'm sure you can make it out. Now, this verse should be read like this. الذين يبخلون ويأمرون الناس بالبخل ومن يتول فإن الله هو الغني الحميد. Notice that stop after the word bukhl. And notice that lam at the end of bukhl, on top of it, there's that mark that we showed you a moment ago, that qili mark, which means that al-waqf awla, it's more desirable and better to stop and pause. So the less proper way to read this would be like this. الذين يبخلون ويأمرون الناس بالبخل ومن يتول فإن الله هو الغني الحميد. Without any pause at all. Let's look at another example. The correct way to, or the more proper way to pronounce this is like this. Well, before we do that, look at the word يأخذونها. On top of it, on top of the alif, you can see the qili mark. So that means you should know that now that when I come to that word, I'm going to pause after it. Listen. وَمَغَانِمَ كَثِيرَةً يَأْخُذُونَهَا وَكَانَ اللَّهُ عَزِيزًا حَكِيمًا. The less proper way would be وَمَغَانِمَ كَثِيرَةً يَأْخُذُونَهَا وَكَانَ اللَّهُ عَزِيزًا حَكِيمًا. Akhi Fairuz, can you read it for us the correct way and then also the incorrect way?
ومغانم كثيرة يأخذونها وكان الله عزيزا حكيما. ومغانم كثيرة يأخذونها وكان الله عزيزا حكيما.
Very good, mashallah. Akhi Taha, can you try to read that for us?
Yes. ومغانم كثيرة يأخذونها وكان الله عزيزا حكيما.
وَكَانَ اللَّهُ عَزِيزًا حَكِيمًا. Very good, mashallah. Now read it the incorrect way.
ومغانم كثيرة يأخذونها استغفر الله. ومغانم كثيرة يأخذونها وكان الله عزيزا حكيما.
Okay, very good. MashaAllah, you did a good job on both times. MashaAllah. You pause in the first one. You could pause for a little bit longer if you want. If you're reading, if you're going to be reading in a very slow, meaningful recitation. But if you're in a hurry or you're reading fast, you can pause like you paused. Both of those are okay. Okay. Let's look at another example. Now, look at the word al-mu'minat. On top of the ta, you see that mark again, that qili. Okay? That means that at that point, it's desirable or preferable to pause. Listen. فَاعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ وَاسْتَغْفِرْ لِذَنبِكَ وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ وَاللَّهُ يَعْلَمُ مُتَقَلَّبَكُمْ وَمَثْوَاكُمْ. That's the correct way. Now, the less correct way would be فَاعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ وَاسْتَغْفِرْ لِذَنْبِكَ وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ وَاللَّهُ يَعْلَمُ مُتَقَلَّبَكُمْ وَمَثْوَاكُمْ. Okay, without a pause. Akhi Fairuz, could you do both of them for us?
فاعلم أنه لا إله إلا الله واستغفر لذنبك وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات والله يعلم متقلبكم ومثواكم. فاعلم أنه لا إله إلا الله واستغفر لذنبك وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات والله يعلم متقلبكم ومثواكم.
MashaAllah, very good. I noticed though that when you paused the first time, you rested a little bit, and then that gave you, you could prepare more for the next words that were coming up. So these symbols are kind of tools. They're keys and indicators that point you to the correct meaning or emphasize the meaning for you. Okay?
Yeah.
Now let's kind of summarize very quickly. Osama, could you tell us what the difference is between the sili and the qili?
The silly.
Sili. Be careful. If you pronounce it with an S, it'll be different.
Sully
Uh-huh. Okay, what's the difference between those two? Yes.
is you don't stop.
Oh, no,
It's
I think you
preferable.
got it backward. The sili is when it's... Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. Yeah. The sili is when it's preferable to continue.
Yes.
Okay. And how about the qili?
Qali
Yeah.
is preferable to stop.
Okay, very good. Ahmed, I want to ask you a question. Suppose that you come to the sili mark and you decide that you want to stop. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay, but it's not preferable.
It's not preferable.
Yeah.
And basically the way you could tell is most of the time you should continue.
Mhm.
And then a few times if you want to stop, you can.
Yeah.
Okay? So they're not hard and fast marks. Inshallah, coming up though, we're going to be talking about marks where you should stop or you can't stop. Okay? Where the force is much stronger. Okay? Okay, inshallah, that's enough for right now, and we're going to come back tomorrow, inshallah, with more Quran and more tajweed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.